Welcome to our NFL Game of the Week as we talking about the New Orleans Saints will be playing the Minnesota Vikings. Joining me today to break down the game will be Mr. Jon Fisher as he's going to break down the New Orleans Saints, and myself, Vincent Turner, I'm going to break down the Minnesota Vikings. Before we get started, I want to look at this jersey that Mr. Fisher has on. It's royalty, Super Bowl quality, the Philadelphia Eagles. Break down, and if you like it, you can click on our Amazon link and you'll find that jersey. Hopefully that Mr. Fisher will still be wearing his jersey, but I'm a Cowboys fan myself. But let's get this party started as Mr. Fisher is going to break down the New Orleans Saints and how they're going to win on Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings.
The New Orleans Saints, this is a revenge game for them. For the divisional series last year.
Yes,
we know that they went down at the Miracle in Minneapolis, they're calling it now. Mm-hmm. They're looking for get back. New Orleans, they struggled defensively early coming out of the gate, the same way they did last year. They just traded for Eli Apple from the Giants. This just happened now, so he won't be there this week, but there's definitely going to bolster up their secondary. Drew Brees is quietly having an MVP season. No one's talking about him because he's overshadowed by Brady and his age and Patrick Mahomes, also Jared Goff. Drew Brees is leading the NFL in QBR and passer rating. He's also thrown for his 500th career touchdown. I think they're going to be able to take advantage of a Minnesota secondary that has not been playing well. I also think the missing of Everson Griffin on that defensive line, New Orleans with the two-headed monster, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, they'll be able to take advantage of the Minnesota defense and be able to put some points up on the board just the same way they did in the second half against Baltimore, which no one has done in the second half against Baltimore all year long.
Those good points you brought up, no question about it. When you think about New Orleans, Drew Brees offensively is playing real well. Michael Thomas, the young man out of Ohio State, who I think is maybe the best receiver in the game right now. I don't want people to get mad after. All you have to do is look at his stats. But, John, I'm going to break it down like this. They playing a Minnesota team that doesn't have Case Keenum, but they got Kirk Cousins, who's been on fire, 2,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3 INTs. I know a lot of respect with Drew Brees, but remember, a lot of people were complaining, he should not get that money in the offseason, but ain't he been on fire? He's been on fire. And the Minnesota Vikings, that's why they're 4-2-1. Offensively, Dalvin Cook has not really bounced back from his torn ACL, but Latavius Murray has been that dude the last 3 weeks, 330 yards. He's played real well. And the receiver, let me back up about Michael Thomas now. Adam Tindall, undrafted free agent, might be the best receiver in the game. I want to show New Orleans respect. I know I just said Michael Thomas, but Anathema, 67 receptions, 822 yards, averaging 117 yards a game. That's going to be a problem for the Saints on Sunday. And you brought up a good point. Drew Brees going against that Minnesota secondary that hasn't played well this year. But I'm going to say this. It's about time that Trey Weems, the young man out of Michigan State, and Xavier Rhodes, the young man out of Florida State, big-time games, big-time people, I think they're going to meet the challenge. I'm taking the Vikings at home, and I think they're going to prove to the Saints that we still own this NFL and we still a team that can get to the Super Bowl. Final words from you, Mr. Fisher.
Final words, I definitely agree with you as far as Minnesota and their weaponry is just unbelievable. Adam Thielen is definitely playing. Right. He came into the league as number 15 this season. He's undrafted as well. Actually, local kid, Minnesota high school, Minnesota college, Minnesota pros. Leading the league in receiving right now. And he runs every route on the route tree. He looks absolutely uncoverable. I just think that if you hear Alvin Kamara say, we would have beat the Philadelphia Eagles had we got past Minnesota, they are looking to get back so they can move forward with Drew Brees. This team is very hungry. Sean Payton is very hungry, and I think they'll be able to get it done and get some get back for the city of New Orleans.
My final word, I'm taking the Saints. Kirk Cousins is playing at another level. I got him in fantasy football, and boy, he's got me some points over the last 3 weeks. But I like that thing that Mr. Fisher just said. I'm going to say a song right now. Get back, get back, get back with the Vikings. Oh. Get back. Do that Brooklyn thing you do.
What Brooklyn thing?
When you say get back.
Oh, man, I can't say that on these airways.
Thank you today. If you like our video today, comment and share. We'll surely appreciate it. And look at Mr. Fisher's jersey. It's beautiful, isn't it? Super Bowl quality.
If you want to be a champion, click the Amazon link. Get like me.
You've been watching 100 Yards of Football, NFL Game of the Week. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the New Orleans Saints. We'll see you next week. Have a blessed day.